There you go, buddy. Well, I had experienced certain binoculars, but I think they're on beats, mate.
Yeah, they're pretty old. Still be able to get a shift on a bit more every now and then. Yeah. We proceed with the game.
In the period that was your worst last week was your best this week, the back end of the game?
Yeah, interesting. Wish I could bottle it, but anyway, they showed plenty of character, and you know, we've had some narrow losses up here, and at 14-0 it looked like being another one. So you know, which funny enough was the scoreline last year, where I think we led them 14-0 before they made their comeback. So and ended up beating us on the death. So it's one back on Cardi for us.
Benji, can you just talk us through those final period of regular time and overtime, what you remember, what stands out in your mind?
Well, I thought you know, Robbie Farr really stood out tonight. You know, he made plenty of tackles, took the ball up strong, and to put that effort in at the end to make that charge down and chase the ball down. You know, he was on his hands and knees just before that. You know, that's the sign of true character. And as the captain, I thought he led the way and gave us that penalty and then kicked the winning goal. So a lot of credit goes to him for that. But the boys toughed it out, mate. Gold Coast turned up to play today, no doubt, and gave us a tough run. And you know, full credit to the boys. We hung in there, and Robbie brought us home.
Tim, did you feel better going at half time, 14-6, and it could have been 20-0 at one stage there?
Yeah. We were anxious, and that try settled us down. And Bench kicked a great goal from the sideline from it too. So you know, in fact, he kicked the goals tonight that really kept us in the game, to be quite honest, as did the young fella. So you know, it was always going to be a tough game. You could smell it coming. We had a chance to go 14-0, and I opted to keep the game going with about 14 or 15 to go there and not take the two. And I was thinking, I'm going to regret this, so I can just see what you guys were going to say to me at the end of this. But Robbie's charge down, you know, and even young Murdoch, you know, going out on the corner, I thought, well, you know, we're in trouble. That just that 1% play, you know, which is, you know, as Ben said, a sign of a true champion.
How was, do you think Robbie's drawn strength? He's been steeled by, you know, the fact that Origin's coming up and all that sort of stuff?
No, look, Robbie plays 100% every week. Obviously, there's been a lot written this week, and you know, he wants to stay out of that. It's got nothing to do with him. So the only thing he could do was answer it on the field. Tonight is his last chance. But although I'd be disappointed if tonight had to be tonight to prove something, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think he's played pretty well all season in the City Country a couple of weeks ago, showed that. So, but anyway, it's out of his hands now. He's just happy at the moment that we won the game for West Tigers. You know, the rest of it, if he gets his spot, he gets it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I think he's pretty much come to terms with that sort of thing over the years.
Yeah. Are you a neutral, Benji, and when it comes to State of Origin, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I think I'm pretty biased, to tell you the truth. Yeah, look, I'll stay out of that battle too. I think if it's got anything to do with form or the way that anyone's been playing, I think Robbie's definitely put his hand up. Like I said, he won that game for us tonight off the back of everyone else's effort, but you know, when it comes down to it, he won the game. And when the game's on the line, champions stand up, and he definitely stood up tonight.
You got your first bye. Looking back on the 9 rounds, Tim, what do you think? It's a B rather than an A for performances?
For us?
Yeah.
Well, we're exactly where we were last year. After 9 rounds, I think we were 4 wins, and the bye will give us a chance to lick our wounds a little, and then we come out. I think we've got Warriors on the Friday night at Leichhardt, and from what I heard, they dished it out to the Broncos tonight, didn't they, down there? So they're a big, strong side. I don't think any of them are going to be playing State of Origin, so although you never know, there's a couple of Aussies in there. So, but no, it'll be a tough game. But you know, I'm just pleased that going into the bye, we've had 3 wins and put a stake in the ground. I know they haven't been classic wins for us, but tonight, those sort of wins are the best wins you can get. You know, to have to chase a team down at home, away for us and home for them, and you know, and do it in the dying minutes, and then have to go to extra time and still do it. You know, I think was showed that there's plenty of character in the team.
How do you think the back line reshuffle went with Chris going into 5'8"?
Yeah, well, it had its moments. I said to Benj, I thought he did some good things at 7, and Chrissy ran the ball mainly, but it was just one of those games we got lost a bit. I think they rattled us early, and with that early try and that enthusiasm they had, and played a lot of footy the first half out of our own end. Penalty count equalised a little towards the back of the half, and when we did get a shot at him, Robbie scored a try, but not a classic try, a bit ugly. But nevertheless, they come out and rattled us, and but we stuck together and hung in. That's the main thing.
You haven't got anything against Queenslanders, have you? Keeping Tommy humble on the bench.
No, it was difficult. It was difficult. It was a forwards night tonight. They were really working us over there, and we had a couple of bumps and bruises on guys out there, so it became a night for the big fellas. So I rotated my front row. I gave Woods and Galloway more time as the senior props, and they really stood up really well for me too. I think they led the way.
What do you think of that run by Ben Burdock-Masilla? I mean, a lot of big chunky blokes couldn't make a run like that, could they?
5 kilo less than he would have got there, and he knows it too. No, he's a work in progress. He's a very good boy, and we've got high hopes for him. He's showing that he can match it first grade. Last year he was sort of in and out, a little bit here, a little bit there, but this year he's sort of grown in confidence, and the boys are confident playing with him now, and he's a handful. So, but a couple of little pieces off him, and I'll be happy with that.
How do you work out who takes the field goal at Golden Point, Benji? Is it just the way things pan out, or
We actually practiced during the week. Coach came up with an idea that we'll practice that field goal and with a 2 pass out to Farah, and we set it up perfectly the way we practiced, and it came off.
Yeah, take credit for it. He didn't want me to. He hadn't missed one his standard way, at the post, and everyone him stand in front and kick. But we tried it at training the other day. I said,
I didn't think it was going to work.
But it worked. It did. So coach gets one occasionally. Okay.